Okay, Weibo is here. I want to be sure that Onwa.B is here because I'm calling her. She's not picking her call. University, I cannot hear you. Are you talking? Weibo, let me send you the mic. Or you request for the mic. I need somebody to come up here. I need somebody to come up here before we start. Hey, Belu, one of you should request for the mic. You're all welcome. Hey, Belu, can you say something? Okay, we will have requested. Hello, I've been calling you now. Are you on the space? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna. Okay, don't worry. I'm gonna send you the mic now. One dog there. Yeah, I just saw you now. You just entered.
We can hear you.
It was me calling you, yeah. Because I'm using that phone for the space, so I'll have to call you with this one. Yes, it has. University, can you hear me now? University. Yeah, please, I needed you to play the anthem. Please, can you play it from your end?
Okay.
All right, please go ahead. That's after that. Then we'll start.
Well, this music that's playing,
Which other music is playing? Another music is playing.
yeah,
Which one?
from your side.
No,
It's still coming from you now.
music is coming from me.
Yes.
How do I end it?
Yes.
Normally, as you open your mic, it's supposed to stop.
It's supposed to stop now. That's what I'm saying. I've opened my mic. Is
Then
it?
refresh. You exit the app and then come back
How?
and let it connect.
Okay, I will. How do I?
Reconnect.
Huh?
You have to exit the app and reconnect.
That means the step will not end.
No, the space won't end. Just exit the app or you open the app and share and join with the link.
Okay, let me do something. Wait, let me do something. 1 minute. Let this space. You guys are more efficient than me on this space. Let me enter with this one. Then I will go out. Alright, University, is it still playing?
It is.
I've entered with another phone. Why is it still playing?
You have to exit the app first and then reconnect.
Okay. Okay, hold on. You guys, is it still playing? Unmute yourself, please.
Yes.
It's still playing. What do I do now? I exited and came back.
You reconnected.
Yes.
Is it not showing you that music is playing?
I don't know. There's music here. Let me see. Auto play when my space is not. How do I end the music now? Why is it still playing the music?
Let me see. It's like you have to drop and reopen it. Did you join with phone or you join with laptop?
We can end this one and restart it again. We will join all over again.
Yes.
ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngozi mmalite n'ọgwụ ndị gboo wee tụọ gị ebighị onye nwe m ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile igwe na ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha si n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngozi anyị wee na-asị na onwe ihe ọbụla nke anyị nwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anakpa akụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ a ga-eji weta na mgbe nke anyị wee na-akpọkọ uwe na-arịọ gị na-asị lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt gotu ebe gbezigo ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu uzu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kara anyị wee na-aja gị mma na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na ga-ekele ha nsọ gị wee nye gị nsọpụrụ ụtọ na-eji ama mgbe niile n'ihi na anyị nweghị ichi ọzọ emetụga ka anyị nwe anya naghị efe arụsị ọbịa m iji wee na-agọzi nsọgbukwu anyị niile ọbịa mere anyị bie obi ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile anyị anaghị atụ okwu mmadụ dị ndụ anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngozi sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị nyefekwa anya bụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ije mma na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasisi wee baa ha ọnụ ha wee daa ha bụ ego n'ụzọ obodo ekwensu bụ usu ala nwekwa n'ihi eze ebube dị ngozi anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkwa ha nsọ gị na-asị na ebe gị iche ọzọ ekwezuga gị anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onye kere na n'otuto niile na-asọpụrụ na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị mmadụ onye nke a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, University Nkendi Biafra. Thank you so much for all you do for Biafrans. Thank you for joining us tonight. Biafrans, you're all welcome tonight. It's a very important program we have tonight. The Brigi Governing Council, empowered by the Conflict Resolution Committee of Brigi, and we are all welcome. And right here tonight, we have a senior member of the cabinet who is here to give us the government's take on all the things that have been happening in Biafra land. And we are all expectant of what the government have to say and all the actions that we need to take going forward. And right here, I will invite Honorable Obi, our European rep, who is also here to represent the BGC. Please, Mother Honorable Obi, can you please unmute your mic? Biafrans are here to listen to what the government have to say. There. I don't know if she's here. Can everyone hear me? Yeah, University, can you hear me? Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, very well enough.
Yeah, Biafra Liaison Netherlands, you need to unmute your mic because your mic is muted. I don't know. Is she aware that she needs to unmute her mic?
I don't know. She can hear us, Honorable Obi, the Biafran Liaison Netherlands. If you can hear us, please, we need you to unmute your mic, Honorable.
I don't know. Maybe she's having a challenge with the network. What is happening with her mic?
Let's give her time. Maybe she will come on. But in case she cannot hear us, it's possible she go out and then come back. Or somebody send her a message to tell her that we are talking to her in case she cannot hear.
Let me call her. University Kendi Biafra, you can play something if there's a message
Okay.
of Onyendu or anything. Just play it while I get in touch with the honorable. Then.
No.
Evening, fellow Biafrans. Have been to school and studied in university. As you can see, some of them graduate after 6 months. They don't know what is government in exile. They actually laugh at us. They actually make joke about the government in exile. They say, you people are very foolish. You are talking about government in exile. You are prime minister in exile. And they make mockery of it.
And it is quite very surprising that people who claim to be human beings doesn't actually have brain. It is not even very hard for these people to have gone to Google at least to check, even if it is not accurate information, but at least to get themselves educated about what is government in exile. They don't know. And they continue.
You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who's doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen. You must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who's doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen.
Yeah, you not think of the Biafra. Our honorable is having a network issue, so we have to engage Biafrans while she fix her gadget. Biafrans, we will want us to know that this is a period whereby the enemies, are already falling by all our sides, and we see what Soludo, the evil Fulani stooge, the last evil Fulani stooge standing, because Hope Uzodinma have already given up. Wike is already running. Then Soludo is stretching his ugly neck and saying that she can handle Biafra. And
Hmm.
while she is preparing to handle Biafra, the squad came out yesterday and today to show him that look, by the time we remember you, if we remember you, you will not know what befell you.
I'm
And
telling you.
already I saw a video, I don't know if you saw that video where the useless idiot was now calling Martin Nandekano that I'm the first person to go and see Martin Nandekano the first time. If you had that video, maybe we would have even heard the, I don't want Biafra to even listen to his ugly, demonic voice. I was the first person to see him in that 2017. I am the first person to also see him again this time. And the guy is just a very useless person. And he's saying, Nnamdi Kanu does not, it doesn't concern him what they are doing. It's not because of him. That's what the hopeless evil man is doing while he's giving Fulani access into Biafra land to come and murder our people. Even the Fulani soldiers he brought in, they were now, the ones even calming down and allowing the boys to air their view and to speak their mind. Soludo has been disgraced. University in Biafra, I don't know if you have something to say while we wait for the honorable to come up.
Okay. Yes, sir. I have things to say, but I want to play this thing first before I say that.
Go
Just give
ahead.
me.
Go ahead.
Thank you so very much for listening to that. Honorable Obi is back. Honorable Vava, are you there, please?
All right, thank you very much, University. What you have to say, just pack them up immediately. I'll be finished. We'll continue on this pace until probably midnight. Thank you very much. So, our own honorable minister, please grab the mic and let's Biafrans who are expectant, let them hear what the government is saying tonight. Our own honorable Obi,
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
loud and clear.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good evening, Biafrans. Good evening, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Wanda Obi. Today, from the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, BGC, the Governing Council, we bring you a press release titled Briggy Prime Minister Ekpa Simon Njoku, not the one inciting sit at home. Governor Soludo, Chukuma Soludo, confirms in Onitsha, Old Anambra State, Biafra, on Monday, January 26, 2026. This press release is issued to formally bring to the attention of all relevant authorities, observers, and the international community the situation in Onitsha Main Market, Old Anambra State in Biafra. On Monday, January 26, 2026, the foremost Demi in Biafra and the so-called governor of Anambra State, Chukuma Soludo, reportedly visited Onitsha Main Market and addressed people, directing traders to open their shops every Monday and to discontinue the voluntary sit-at-home protest observed by the Biafran people. During this address, as can be seen on the video attached to this press release, Chukuma Soludo threatened to lock the market for 1 week each month the traders did not open their own shops. He further boasted that he could lock the entire market for the remainder of the year and that he could bulldoze the entire market. He claimed that the traders that do not open their shops have criminal intent, and for that, he started arbitrary arrests of traders. The videos are out there. Even more alarming, many Biafrans who reside on the same streets where Onitsha Main Market is situated were reportedly denied access to their homes. Ordinary residents were also restricted from moving freely within their own neighborhoods. These actions are unacceptable, unlawful, and deeply provocative. The traders affected are independent business owners who pay their taxes and retain the fundamental right to decide when to open or close their businesses without coercion, intimidation, or political pressure. The Biafran people have willingly and peacefully observed the Monday sit-at-home as a form of protest against the extraordinary injustice surrounding the kidnapping, rendition, and continued imprisonment of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as well as the persistent insecurity, abuse, and killings of Biafrans. Sit-at-home protest is the most non-violent form of protest born from the fact that peaceful street demonstrations have repeatedly resulted in extrajudicial killings of protesters by Nigerian government agents. It must be recalled that the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, was accused by Finland of inciting Biafrans to sit at home. Despite the Prime Minister's continued detention for over a year, the sit-at-home protest continues every Monday, demonstrating clearly that sit-at-home is the voluntary will of the people, not the directive of any individual. The Biafra Republic government in exile hereby warns Chukwuma Soludo to immediately desist from any attempt to unlawfully lock trader shops, restrict civilians' movement, deploy intimidation, or authorize any form of force or proxy actors against innocent civilians in an effort to suppress peaceful protest. He has no legal or moral authority to compel citizens to act against their conscience or to criminalize peaceful civic choice. Any harm, intimidation, destruction of property, or violations of human rights arising from these threats or actions shall rest squarely on the shoulders of Chukwuma Soludo, who authorized or enabled them. We hereby place the international community on notice that the Biafran people have chosen sit at home as a peaceful alternative because Nigeria has historically deployed deadly force to suppress open street protests. Sit at home has come an acceptable adaptation and a mechanism to safely convey people's opposition to Nigerian government's illegal imprisonment of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and other Biafrans similarly detained. In an environment where judicial confidence has eroded, democratic processes are distorted by favoritism, and communities increasingly live under insecurity, enabled by political interests. Peaceful protest remains one of the last safe tools of civic expression. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. wisely stated, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Tyranny must never be normalized. Authorities must prioritize protecting lives, ensuring security, and respecting civil liberties, but not terrorizing, intimidating, or collectively punishing innocent citizens. We call on international observers, human rights organizations, diplomatic missions, and responsible people worldwide to take a stand in compassion to the dehumanized people of Biafra, who have already experienced untold hardship as they confront existential threats every day. Chukwuma Soludo, a foremost Demi in Biafra, is desperate to impress his slave masters by taking this extraordinary step to bring an end to the only available means of peaceful protest that is safe and least likely to bring about loss of life. Chukwuma Soludo, in his characteristic efforts to pacify the jihadi sponsors, has repeatedly denied atrocities of the jihadist invaders. But this is an uncharted territory that may lead to undesired consequences if the governor is not quickly called to order. Finland must know that if Chukwuma Soludo or any politician in Biafra and Nigeria is interested in resolving the situation surrounding the sit-at-home protest, Mr. Omoyele Sowore offered them an ample opportunity in October of 2025 to join a nationwide conversation about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's detention, but they all ignored the calls. As Mr. Omoyele Sowore clearly pointed out in his interview, the video is attached in this press release. Not Chukwuma Soludo or anyone that matter through coercion or any other strategy will resolve should the sit-at-home protest without resolving issue that prompted it. So my Biafran people, all of us here are aware that our Prime Minister, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoku, who is being detained in Finland till today, has been accused that he's the one behind the sit-at-home. Even though in homeland, the Nigerian government has told the media not to cover the sit-at-home anymore. But all of us, you and I, know that sit-at-home persists every Monday. And with what happened in Onitsha main market days ago, that is a proof to the world that the sit-at-home is still ongoing. And it wasn't our Prime Minister that is causing the sit-at-home. That is the will of the people. And you cannot deny them their right. It is improper. This press release is signed by the Brigade Governing Council, CC Honorable Joseph Ishmael, Attorney Marian Sakajavi, also at POTUS, Arido, Donald Trump, and many others. Please, Biafrans, share them widely so the world can hear our voices. The Biafran people have suffered so much, and it's about time to bring it to an end. Thank you very much, and good evening from here. May God bless you. May God bless Biafrans. May God bless friends of Biafrans. Good night.
Thank you, our Honorable Wadabi. Thank you so very much. Thank you for all you're doing for Biafra. Thank you for this very urgent message that every Biafran must share and make it go viral. We are going to be posting it on our handles, every one of us, so that the whole world will know that all the propaganda and the lies that have been perpetrated against our leaders, you know, they are all false and we must keep debunking them. Now, for everyone that is on the stage now to speak, we'll be giving you the microphone. Please, the University Kendi Biafra, I will ask you to take over from here so that anyone that wants to speak will give them the microphone, or anyone that has a question, we can give them the microphone to come up and engage us very briefly so that we'll stay for a little while here on the space. University, please, let's go in from here. Leo.
Thank you so much, Honorable Van Van Van. Thank you so much, Honorable Obi Adabiafra. Thank you so much for that update from the Biafran Governance Council. That was a very wonderful one, and we thank the government for also coming forward to report the situation uh, in Biafra land and the situation between Biafran people and the slave enabler Soludo. The guy came on public threatening Biafran people and trying to force them to open their shop on a day that has been declared sacred for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu until he's been released. So, and also, um, he has proven that Simon Ekpa Njoku, His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile, is the one responsible for sit at home, and he's never enforced sit at home. He's not in Biafra land for him to enforce it at home. So Biafran people, they know exactly what they want. But one thing that is here is that these slave enablers, especially this Mr. Soludo and the people of his like, continue to show their ugly head. And they are provoking the Biafran Defense Forces to take actions very seriously, because this is intimidation taken too far, you know. For example, they've taken Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of entire Igbo land, to Sokoto prison, and also this guy now is showing his ugly hairs, coming forward at a point that everybody is very angry. So perhaps they have thought that they've won, or I don't know what he's thinking, but he is putting his life in danger. He's in of course they know they are working for the forces of darkness, but you don't have to put your head in the lion's trap, because if you put your head in a lion's trap, is going to devour you, because that's what Soludo is trying to do. And we are sending this very message that is coming from the governing council to him and every governors, every slave enabler that is in Biafra land, to take very serious precaution, and to also understand that now that they are still fighting sit at home, even while our PM Simon Ekpa is not there, shows that they are actually the one who have a problem with the people of the land. So they may probably tell us who they are leading or who they are politicians to, because our people do not take orders from them. They are illegitimate. Our people has voted a vote of no confidence on every governors in Biafra land. That the Biafran people take instructions, any leadership instruction from the Biafran government
from Onyendu himself. But since Onyendu is put in jail, the Biafran people are very lucky and very smart to develop their own system. The Biafran government exists. If you like, close your eyes or close your ears. The Biafran government exists. I repeat, the Biafran government is very, very much alive and intact, and is going to do for our people what it need to do, because Biafran government in exile, led by Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku, His Excellency, is the one that understands the problems of our people and listen to our people. He understands the cries of our people. He knows when our people are in danger. He knows when to confront the enemies of our people. But these slave enablers, they do not. They do not represent our people. They represent a lot of things. They represent their slave masters, the creators of Nigeria. They represent their political masters, the Fulani under Nigerian setting, the Islamic State of Nigeria. They are not even worried that their country is an Islamic state. And these people, to be frank, some of them do not want Islamic state, but they are Nigerian, and Nigeria is an Islamic state. And they don't want to do anything about it. They want to fold their hands. They want to try to give the dog a bad name to see what they want to do. But they are in danger. But the what is important for Biafran people is that we must continue to maintain the seat at home, because it is highly instrumental to achieving Biafra and achieving the freedom of Onyendu. In short, I would suggest, if it's possible to increase the seat at home, we increase it. Whenever you see all these people coming out to fight against it at home, you know that the seat at home is like a pain in the ass. It's a pain in their balls. So they understand that they are the one that is losing from the revenues that is forcefully taken from you and not being used to develop your land. So that's why you have to, the economic sabotage is very, very instrumental, because what they are fighting you with is economic jihad. So you are very, very correct. Biafran people are very right on the decision of the seat at home. It's a very strong weapon to dealing with every enemies of Biafra that is engaging Biafran people with economic jihad. That is highly instrumental. So in terms of leadership, the every representative of Nigeria in Biafra land is illegitimate and a criminal, and at some point a terrorist, because when they want to start their terror, this is what they do. They come out in public, intimidate the people, oppress the people, and issues some kind of statement that does not rhyme with the way of life of the people. And then when the people do not comply with it, they come with several things to, you know, to shut people down and blood and kill people and commit terrorism in our land, and look for whom they want to pin that blame on, simply because they have failed completely. They have failed in leadership, they have failed in building, they have no one single interest whatsoever on our people. So our people have understood, they've learned from in a very, very hard way, of course. But what we want Soludo to also understand that any evil that he perpetrates against our people, any person you arrest in Biafra land, you will not go unpunished. So, dear friends, you are welcome again, once again, to this program. We have the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and we have Egbe Belu Gobelu, and we have Wibo, and we have Shine Baby. So, please, ladies and gentlemen, let us try to hear first from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. You are very, very welcome, Honorable. Mechuko Kikabiama, bless you for serving Biafran people. You can have the mic.
Yeah, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you need to unmute your mic, and then let's hear from you. If you want us to excuse you for 1 minute, let us know so we can pass the mic over to another speaker. They will. Well, I think it's just gearing up to come. Let's let the mic cross over to Egbebelu. Please,
Wait,
we want
wait,
people. Okay, go ahead.
wait, Honorable. We have another Minister of Foreign Affairs coming up, Mike.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Odogun,
Yeah. Thank you,
welcome, sir.
everyone. And I want to say, may God bless all of you that are gathered here today. And dear friends, I'm proud of you. To Honorable Obi, thank you for the beautiful rendition that you read to Biafran people and the people of the world so that they may hear our cries. At this point, everybody knows that Biafrans are facing a lot of existential threats, some of which are foreign to us, others are a creation of people like Soludo, people like Hope Uzodinma, and all the governors in Biafra territories who are governors not because the people voted for them, but because they have pledged allegiance to the jihadist caliphate. As a result, these people are imposed on us to go against the people's will. But in trying to stop the sit at home that Biafrans have embarked upon as a way of showing their grievances and showing their support and loyalty to the only person that has stood to protect the interests of Biafrans, His Excellency Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. For Soludo to embark on this latest desperation, he should be aware that he is going into something that he may not be able to control because there is so much people can tolerate. You push people against the wall, at some point, they will summon courage to push you back. And that is what Soludo may be inadvertently up to. So anybody that has his listening ear should speak to him. He cannot force Biafrans to stop sit at home. Not the people in Obuete, not the people in Headbridge, not the people in Name Market, not the people in Ariaria, not the people in any of the markets where Biafrans buy and sell. They have decided to elect Monday of every week as a special day to support our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and to express our grievances in the most non-violent way. People have decided to stay at home on Mondays until our leader is released. Above all, until Nigeria hearkens to the cries of Biafrans and other indigenous populations facing existential threat. So I thank you all for coming to listen to this press release, and I thank everyone that is doing everything possible to make sure that many of our people at home who cannot speak for themselves, that their voices are heard. May God bless you. May God bless Biafrans. May God bless the anti-jihadist forces. And may God bless our leaders, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and may God bless um, our Prime Minister, His Excellency, Ekpa Simon Njoko. Thank you all. I yield the mic.
Thank you so very much, Honorable from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Thank you so much. We would like you to stay around for a while in case Biafrans may have any question to ask you or to ask the government. So you can also represent the government in addressing those, if you don't mind.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay. Honorable Van Van Van, you want to say something?
No, just go ahead and let's have the. Please, now you
Okay.
see the juggernauts of the government are here. So, the opportunity for us to engage. Just come up to the microphone and then University will hand the mic over to you. Then we'll invest.
Thank you very much, sir. So we still have um, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I think that will be the second Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I don't know if she have anything to say. If she can listen to us, you can always open your mic anytime you want to talk to us. If not, we will take Shine Egbe Berugo Beru stand by. We'll take Shine and Biafrans, please take the mic. And there are a lot of Biafrans who are coming into the system. So if you have a question, there are things you need to know, there are things you need to be addressed to you, please request the mic. So you have the best here. Actually, I can guarantee you that you have the best person to address your question here. So after here, I don't know when you will have this opportunity again. So you can request for the mic, especially if you are from homeland or you are in exile, you live abroad, you can always ask question. If you are still one Nigerianist and you are listening to us and you have something to be clear to you, you can also take the mic and ask us question. So Sunshine, are you there, ma, please? Okay, Sunshine is not there. Egbe Belugo Belu, are you there, please?
Yeah,
Okay,
good evening.
Egbe Belugo Belu, how are you?
I'm fine. Fine.
Proceed.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Minister of Information. Good evening, Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Oh, sorry. Good evening, everybody. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you for that wonderful address.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you guys for the good job you guys are doing.
It's
Thank
it,
you.
it's teamwork. We are doing a little bit, and with everyone putting in a little bit, we can do a lot together. So thank you, the media team, for all you are doing for Biafrans, and let me just say thank you again to the information minister. We are proud of the work you have done, and we are hopeful that the media team will be able to carry the message of Biafrans and the sufferings of Biafrans to the awareness of the global community. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Good evening, Biafran present. You can see the BGC are here to take your questions. The BGC are here to answer your questions. You are free to pick up your mic. You are free to come up. You are free to request for the mic. If you have any question, if you have anything at all that you want to ask the government, the Biafra Republic government in exile, they are here and you have heard the briefing. And if you still have any question to ask, they are available to answer you. So Biafra, request for mic, please come up to ask questions. There's no time for side talk. This is opportunity for you to speak face to face with your government, and they are here to answer your question. Please request for the mic and ask your question. No side talk. You don't have to be on comment section. Just request for the mic and you'll be brought up. The BBC are here. They don't remove anybody here. They don't pursue anybody here. Come and ask your question. You have the chance to ask your question. Thank you. University, take the mic.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs. What does he mean when they say a country of particular concern? Does it have any advantage for the actualization of independence for Biafran people? And does it have any impact on the ordinary Nigerians who are being slaughtered on daily basis?
Um, thank you very much, Honorable, for that question. The United States of America maintain a list where they place countries that are persecuting their citizens. And that list is the list of countries of particular concern. And in the case of Nigeria, Nigeria was placed in that list when Donald Trump was initially elected president. But when he left office and with Biden coming in with the Secretary of State he had at that point, Anthony Blinken, they removed Nigeria from that list, not because anything changed, but because the Biden's presidency felt they could pamper Nigeria, they could nudge them into doing the right things without being critical of them. So they played that game. Unfortunately, for the 8 years Buhari was the president of Nigeria, more than 100,000 people lost their lives. And thank goodness that Trump came back to power, and because nothing has changed, rather things got worse, he had to place Nigeria back in that list. Now, being in that list um, on its own does not do much. It just tells you that you are in a list that the US government is watching closely.
So it
Now,
doesn't make any significant impact on anything.
it does in the sense that if you don't want things to go out of hand, you should start reversing course. In the case of Nigeria, they are not reversing course. Rather, they are trying to play the game, hoping that, oh, maybe in a few years Trump will be out, maybe another US president may not be sensitive to what's happening in Nigeria. So that's the game Nigeria would like to play. And you guys heard that Gumi advised Tinubu to seek help from Pakistan, Turkey, and China. They don't want to deal with the US because they know what they will get from the US. At least Christians will not be in severe peril like as it is right now. So, but our job and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is to make sure that US is properly informed about what's going on. US will take its time to decide the next step. I know they will try to nudge Nigeria, but because even Tinubu himself doesn't want to do anything about the challenges the country is facing, we are hoping that the US will come to the realization that there is no solution to what's happening in Nigeria, because what's happening is actually a government agenda. So they can't stop it unless something happens to stop it. And Whether US will come to that realization soon enough or not depends on how things play out. But we will be collaborating with the US agencies we have access to make sure that they are properly informed so that they say a stitch in time saves nine, right? So once US recognizes that Nigeria is in this thing for and that nothing will stop them, nothing will make them to reverse course. That will be when the US will do whatever it needs to do to bring an end to what's going on down there. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Minister. Um, there are still some questions. Nigeria is found in Turkey, and we saw what happened there. There is also a secret that Nigeria is having a lot of weapon deal with so many Arab countries. So, it's particular in Turkey. So, what is the hope of the persecuted Biafran Christians? And the move of jihad is highly very popular now. So, and there has been propaganda of Igbo Muslims and the situation of jihad that is happening to the people. So, what shall the people do since Nigeria is a particular concern? Does it give the people any right to defend themselves? And the secret arm deal, what effect can you see that this could cause to Biafrans in time?
Um, I will just try to answer this question, but let's keep the questioning within the scope of the press release. Some of the questions may be very sensitive to delve into, but that said, um, every human being has a right to self-defense, um, and that self-defense can take any form, including running away from the harm or standing firm and confront the harm. And when you confront the harm, our hope is that you emerge victorious, just like the guy in um, Sunday Jackson did, right? So, with that said, we will have to go through some psychological and philosophical transition and empowerment for people to realize that even though someone is your president or even though someone is your governor, that person has rights, the same rights that you have, right? So people will have to stand firm to defend their rights, and that includes their right to life, right to education, right to everything that makes life good. Our people are not yet at a point where they firmly understand these things. And unfortunately, the military and police also don't understand that they are supposed to be there to protect the people and not to kill them. In other words, if you are in the military and your commander in chief gives you an order to shoot your citizen, We are hoping that we are getting there, and what people like Soludo is doing can fasten that transition, can make people recognize that if they don't fight for themselves, nobody will fight for them. Now, in terms of countries like Turkey giving arms to Boko Haram and all the other groups up north, well, um, of course, Nigeria is working with Turkey and working with the terrorists as well. Now, the US is beginning to tune into what's going on, and it's left for Turkey to continue in that trajectory or whether it will pull back. But regardless of what they decide to do, with US getting tuned in, things will start changing. We pray, we believe so. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Minister, for those wonderful answers. Of course, actually, our questions, if you don't want to answer them, you can still skip them. So, um, but we are very impressed about your explanations, and I think what I understand is that Nigeria being a country of particular concern doesn't mean that the people had to defend themselves. They have that natural right to of it's everybody's a human nature when you feel attacked to protect yourself and all that. But the rate at which Nigeria is slaughtering human beings is unbelievable. It's tremendously unbelievable. So, and Soludo coming out to try to, awaken the sleeping lion is also very interesting because the way he stayed in that market and he was issuing all those orders and so forth, he forgot that we have the leader of the people in the prison, not even in his own region, in the north, in the northwest, in Sokoto, where people believe to have elements of, you know, high killers and deadly forces that have invaded the country. And then he came out telling Biafran people to not respect Oyendu. And he's saying that an evil that is overlooked or practiced for a very long time, it becomes a tradition. That's really unbelievable for that slave. And he has to retrieve his steps and understand that there is a very beautiful, a glorious future coming for Biafrans. And the Biafrans are the ones that is going to make it happen. So he shouldn't try to stand on their way. Honorable Van Van Van.
Sorry, just before Vam 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 takes
Yeah.
the mic, let me just quickly point out that uh, Soludo is supposed to be a knowledgeable person, but oftentimes uh, he plays around what I call intellectual dishonesty. A few weeks or even a few months ago, he was talking about. Okay, it was during one in an interview he had during the times. Sowore was calling a politician from Biafra land to join him. I think Soludo featured uh, on one of the TV programs, and he was saying that um, he will sit down with Nnamdi Kanu when he comes out to have a discussion. I'm like, Soludo, you were there when Nnamdi Kanu had all these meetings with governors in Enugu. I think that was in 2017 or before that, when he was trying to tell them what they can do for our people uh, to be okay. And after having those dialogue, the next thing they did was to send assassins after Nandekano, which he escaped, even though 28 of our compatriots were murdered in that attack. Now, um, for Soludo to be talking as if Kano hadn't already engaged them in constructive dialogue, it's just beyond me. But he can fool anybody that wants to be fooled by Soludo. But we already know that um, Nigeria there is no remedy. Um, as I'm speaking here, I know that the National Assembly, the legislature is here to enact any law, any bill that will comprehensively tackle the issue of invasion of our country. In other words, they have practically done nothing to stop what's happening. The only thing they have done is to gag the press from reporting things as they are and hoping that things don't get noticed. I mean, in the US here, when uh, people are killed, the president usually comes out to address the nation, sympathize with the families, and all that. But in Nigeria, 200 people get killed. The president doesn't talk about it. The governors don't talk about it. The senators don't talk about it. They, their disposition is to pretend that that didn't happen. And we are doing all this for all these years. And now we've gotten to a point where it is even Americans that are telling the story. And nobody tells these stories better than Americans. People like Arnold, George Saul, and uh, Lara Logan. You see how they talk about what's going on. And what I find very impressive is the level of detail. They seem to have gotten to the bottom of what's going on. How can you have invaders attack communities and those communities are located in the neighborhood of military barracks and the military will not intervene? They are located in the neighborhood of police stations and the police will not intervene. And there's only one explanation: the government is involved. And a lot of people have captured it, explained it. Theophilus Danjuma, all these people, they have talked about it, and PM also joined them in talking about it. So why scapegoat PM for essentially saying the same thing that a lot of people have talked about? So anyway, uh, just to clarify, CPC, because you mentioned it when you were making your last submission, CPC just means that US is concerned about what's going on in a territory. So it can be the beginning of things getting better. It can also be the beginning of things getting worse. So it depends on how the actors decide to play it out. So it's good that Nigeria is in the list of countries of particular concern. Let's see how things progress from here. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Honorable
Okay.
Baba, you wanted to say something. Thank you
No,
so
no, not
much.
really. I didn't want to say something. I was just trying to tell Biafran that maybe we don't have so much time to spend anymore, because I know I can see that people are already good with the information they've gotten and the awareness we have
Exactly.
created already. And then our ministers would also have other things to attend to.
Mm.
If there are no more hands and no more speakers, maybe we'll just give our closing remarks, and then Minister of Foreign Affairs has done a very good one, and we have to appreciate him. And our European rep and Wadobi have been awesome. We want to appreciate her also. The only thing I will have to add is that how long will these people get tired of all the propaganda and the lies they have been trying to, heap up on our prime minister? Every time they lie, one or two things will still happen, and they will still be, found to be on the wrong side. They will still be exposed. And at the end of the day, they are the ones that will still open their mouth and say, he's not responsible, he's not the one. So you can now see it already. It is playing out that the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is not the one pushing for people to continue to sit at home, but he initiated it and encouraged them that they need to do this, and they understood it, and they've been doing it ever since, willingly on their own. And then for over 1 year now, he has not been on the social media to say anything, and yet the sit at home continues. And it's been happening so smoothly now that even when Soludo, the last time Soludo tried to do stop it, the resistance was not as much as this. And now he has done something that have awakened, the spirit of Biafra in the Biafrans that are involved. And now you see the way they react. And I'm very sure now that they will not be attacking him from the zoo side of the divide, asking him why did he even bother to close the market. Because right now he's trying to play, a safe game or trying to do damage control by even calling the name of Mazin Kano, that he is the one that cares more about Mazin Kano and all the rest. At the end of the day, Akan Shiha, like our leader Mazin Kano said, Akan Shiha Gabaon. That's what I have to say. Let's see
Yeah.
if there are other people that want to speak up and give them the mic. Bill.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable Van Van Van. Thank you, Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs, the Biafra Republic Government in exile. Thank you for staying with us, and thank you for coming. We enjoyed your explanations and your addresses. So, any Biafrans that want to speak or want to ask questions, you can also take the mic before we close the program. We still have Sunshine Baby. Sunshine Baby, in case you want to speak, the floor is always yours. We have uh, Ekwensu Chukuma Eze. Thank you so much for joining us, Chukuma Eze. As no one is here to speak, now you have the mic. Remember, our Minister for Information, for Foreign Affairs, excuse me, is still here. And we have a lot of people watching this program. So, Chukwumaze Ekwensu Nwachukwu. Ekwensu, you want to say something? Mr. Ekwensu.
Yeah, am I coming out?
Yeah, we can hear you right now. You may
Yeah,
speak.
greetings, Biafrans. Greetings, all ministers in the house, all the cabinet members. Greetings to our Supreme Leader, our Prime Minister, to the men and women defending the blessed land of Biafra. Also, to friends and lovers of freedom, friends of Biafrans, greetings. Um, all I have to say is everything that is going on is it counts towards the getting us closer to our freedom. I just wanted to just add a little bit more light on what the Minister of Internal Affairs said earlier. about the Nigeria being designated as a CPC country. It just tells you that the torchlight of the United States is on Nigeria because there are a lot of evidence to show that they've violated fundamental human rights, religious liberty, and also Nigeria itself is a danger to other countries. And there are also evidence to show that Nigeria is not ready to do anything about the terrorism going on there. As a matter of fact, they are sponsor of that terrorism. So this is a step in the right direction. So it's now left for we Biafrans to take this opportunity and use it to our own advantage. So that's where we have to make sure that we intensify what we are doing. And also sometimes if the people don't understand the danger that they are facing, they will not rise up to protect themselves. So in one way or the other, what Soludo is doing, it's a good thing because, like I always say, Biafra are one of the most amazing people in the world. But at the same time, right now, at this particular moment, we are still very docile. So something needs to happen to create that shift, and gradually we are heading there. So for Soludo, Soludo is just playing out the script. Like as our internal affairs minister said, he's a very knowledgeable man. This is a man who's
Foreign affairs, miss.
sorry, our foreign affairs minister. Pardon my mistake. Um, Soludo, any Biafran who attends to the level of professorship, you know that that person is well read and well learned. So Soludo, there's videos of years ago where he was talking about Biafra and why the economic situation of Nigeria heading towards downward trajectory will lead to the uprise of Biafra. So this time around, I don't know what's wrong with him, but we know Nigeria makes intelligent people look foolish, makes people that is supposed to be a problem solver become the problem itself. And that's what Soludo is exhibiting. So the US is now fully aware of what is going on, but Biafran is left for you to intensify it. And that's where that statement comes to say that your freedom is in your hands. So we have to take advantage of this opportunity, make sure we do what we need to do, organize ourselves. Please do not divide the house. Regardless of our differences, we should put it aside. Our supreme leader, Onyendu, has said it. Nobody should divide the house. We should not fight amongst each other. Let us try to come together because at the end of the day, our division is the strength of the enemy. Our prime minister, too, also said that we should remain together as long as we are working towards the goal, which is the freedom of Biafra. Let us try as much as possible to come together and do the needful. And we have only one prime minister, and it remains His Excellency Mazi Ekpa, Simon Njoku. And there's only one government, which is the Biafra Republic government in exile. Currently now, under the authority of the BGC, which is the Biafra Governing Council. And if you are confused who the BGC are, these are the cabinet members of the Prime Minister that transitioned towards the Biafra Governing Council due to the absence of the Prime Minister, who is the head of the government, which is the head of the cabinet. So I just thought I should put that out there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ekwensu.
Yeah, thank you, Quincy, for that wonderful submission. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Shine, 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 baby. I don't know what happened to Shine, shine, baby's mic today. Shine, shine. Okay.
Well, the people that are listening, let them come up and say something now.
Yes.
Ife is listening, Shimon, Emerson,
Yes.
Adam Mage. There are so many people in this house. Plan B, Rita Alex, Muibo.
Let me see
Yeah.
Mr. Alice mic. And Stephen Nwa Jesus, of course.
You know, a lot. There's some things I wanted to even hear today that the impersonators. What are they? And what are the reaction of the impersonators? the impersonators and they have. And I heard what is happening now. I don't know what they are cooking. What are they cooking? I was expecting them to come. I was
Good.
expecting some impersonators. I mean, they don't pour the cold water. It's just like get girl will say, pour me cold water for her head. Then they pour the cold water for her head. All the useless impersonators. Eh? You think it is easy with the effect that our prime minister have had in this movement? A lot of people have heaped a lot of accusations, lies upon his head, and he still stand gidigbam gidigbam.
Mm-hmm.
Now they have seen that there is no way, to drag him anymore. Now they are all running away. They are running away. Somebody wants to come and carry. How I wish it's even easy for another person to carry the load from him small and see how weighty it is. No, at least it's possible. Maybe they will say this impersonator say, okay, let them even give you that thing, carry it and let's see how you will be able to carry it. But because we are even trying to help you because you want to kill yourself. You want to carry yourself and kill yourself.
He
Nah.
doesn't want. He doesn't want to carry the load now. He wants to carry the gain. He wants to carry the gain. Yes.
Anyway, if it's not if we are good, then we have to just leave it there. University, what do you say?
If you're not very busy, if you're busy, you can leave it for a while.
No, no, I'm not busy. I'm here. I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
not busy.
If any
Just
of your friends who
I don't
wants
like
to,
dull moments. I just want everywhere to be boiling. I
yeah,
want
yeah.
everywhere to be
If
boiling.
we if we if we don't have anything to say at some point, we have a lot to play. And remember that after the whole thing, Triple General visited the school and they celebrated him. It was very nice. It was so nice. He was celebrated, and it was a very special gathering.
People that cannot speak English, where Minister of Foreign Affairs. You see the way the Minister of Foreign Affairs is speaking now. Some people it's cut them to speak. They will repeat one thing 100 times.
Yeah,
Accountable. Oh yeah, accountable. Accountable. But what about the way you countable now? You say
you're wrong.
accountability is your problem.
Uh, excuse me, Honorable Bam Bam Bam. Gentlemen and ladies, I will beg to leave. I have another urgent matter to attend to, please. I will be glad to rejoin you guys in the future. But for now,
Okay,
thank you for the great, awesome work you are doing for Biafrans. Keep it up.
okay.
Thank
You
you.
deserve a round of applause.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
University, the hands where they clap, hope they come out.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. That was a wonderful meeting with you on this space. And thank you, Van Van Van, for also opening this program. It's really very nice to hear from Foreign Affairs. And we pray that
everything that foreign affairs are cooking, they will all materialize. Foreign affairs working very hard, but there is something that we need. Um, the government need a lot of support from every single one of us to be able to make everything a success. There are very, very beautiful things. I mean, very, very beautiful things that are going on, and especially foreign affairs is being very, very instrumental in those areas, and the government will be needing resources to support everything to be a success. So we're begging you to support your government, support everything that our PM, Prime Minister, have put on the ground. It will never spoil, nothing will spoil. We will continue to make sure that everything is put in order. You know that in this life, just as we are living our own, it is what you want that will happen. If you fold your hands, nothing will happen. But if you move your hands and be active and do the right thing for the freedom that we are looking for, everything will come into play in a very, very nice shape. So join us and help us shaping our future by supporting the government of Biafra. Biafran people, you have a very, very wonderful government, and you should be very appreciative of it. You have a very wonderful government because you are wonderful people, and the people who are in the government of Biafra are Biafran people. It is your government, you belong to the government belongs to you, and if you are wonderful, the government will be wonderful, and our land will be wonderful, and we will achieve our independence in a very grand style. You understand? And the enemies of the future of our people will be put to shame, especially the slave enablers, people like Soludo and Helpos Odema. There's so many of these elements. Remember, they do not represent you. They don't represent anything that has to do with Biafra. They don't represent anything that have to do with our people. They are working against you while behaving like, enforcing. They are enforcing themselves on you. Remember that some thousands, millions of Biafrans voted against all the leaders in the southeast, in the south, as to be what? Illegitimate, which gave the right to establish states in Biafra. So, and these states are wonderful states, so we have to work together. And the way that we are going to make a very huge success if your states are making success. You are a representative in the government, and because of that, you don't participate in helping to see what is going on in your state, if they are doing well or they are not doing well. So that's not good. You are not doing the right thing. So you have to do the right thing. The states must succeed. The states shall be popular. They have to, if they are working hard, they will be popular, and that way they will be gaining more ground and gaining more ground. And especially now that the enemies of Biafran people are people of particular concern, so that gives us a lot of advantage, and we have to harness this advantage for our own good use. you know we need our freedom very, very much. We need our independence. We need our country. We need our country like yesterday, because we want to build a very wonderful and beautiful and a very peaceful country, progressive. And for this country to be progressive, we have to be progressive. God has given us talents. We should not bury these talents. We should utilize the talent for the benefit of our own freedom and independence, for the benefit of our country that we are looking for. When we do that, God will bless us. By God blessing us, God is blessing our country. If God is blessing our country, it means that we are blessed, you know. But if we are impoverished by tightening our hands and not doing the needful for our country to come to us, then
we are not doing the need. We are not doing it right. So that's why we are calling on you. We really appreciate all the leaders in the Biafran Defense Command. May Chukwuka Abiyama bless every single one of them. May Chukwuka Abiyama bless Igwe Butuzo and his colleagues and keep them alive and give them long life and great health and give them wisdom and help them to understand that they are fighting for something that is very, very important in life. They are giving our people freedom and they are trying to make sure that the life of our people are protected, unlike the hypocrites and the corrupt criminals that has been trying to play Nigeria on our life and executing us by using jihad. So when Biafra come, the sons and daughters of Biafra will be in the army to protect their people, their fatherland. So that's why we have to separate ourselves from Nigeria so that Biafrans separate, then Yoruba people separate, and Hausa people separate. So if you want to go and be slaughtering your own people and eating their flesh, then you can go and kill your own people. Then we will go and protect our own people from you killing them and provide the infrastructures and the basic amenities that our people need to live a normal life and build our cities, build our societies to the best of our dream. So why stand on the way of other people? You're supposed to live your life and let others live. If you cannot lead the people to their promised land, then you have to step aside. If you and your friend are no longer understanding each other, then you have to stand apart and go and find your own peace. So don't force Biafran people to be in Nigeria by standing in front of the most popular market in Africa and be telling them that if you like, you can shut them down for 1 year. Don't intimidate anybody. These people, if they ask you when was that market built, you don't even know when that market was built. You don't know who had the idea behind that market. You can't even tell your own history because you are just a useless slave. How do you rule over a people that you don't know nothing about them? Ask Soludo, when was any market, especially the most popular market in Anambra State, when that market was built? Who were the people who built it? Who was the first person to trade in that market? When was that market developed? So these people are one of the most useless things that happened. And it's very unfortunate that people like this find their way in the area of leadership. They don't know what it means. It's just a ladder for them to become some kind of king, some kind of emperor, some kind of, this, slave master's way of life. They become more important than every other person in the society. A servant that volunteered to serve his people in building their dream. He will come there and destroy everything. He even said that if care is not taken, he would demolish the market that he doesn't know the year that market started existing. He never one day celebrated the person who had the idea to develop that market or to establish it. He had never had any plan of bringing some kind of innovation, special ideas that will even turn that market to something that you can never imagine. He have no plan to empower anybody in that market or even to industrialize and digitalize that market. He had nothing good to even provide. But you stand there talking like an emperor. Can you imagine that, my people? Can you imagine Soludo? Because this man might likely not be a full-fledged Igbo man. Which full-fledged Igbo man will stand on the way of his people? He have never one day had any plan of improving that market. He had never done any public interview or conference or even going around that market trying to understand the challenge in that market and how to better it upfront. They don't. Because after all, if care is not taken, he can even demolish the market, no question asked. After all, he's not an Igbo man, he doesn't care. For him, seeing that market and these wonderful people that trades in that market, they are all just bunch of criminals and kidnappers. Because he said that 99.99% of Igbo youths are criminals and kidnappers. Vibrant, clever Igbo youths who are just living their life and taking good care of their families. Said that they are criminals. And he sees a progressive market, one of the most popular markets in West Africa. This guy have never contributed to building anything in that market. He has never had any positive influence on that market. He doesn't even have any plan of even asking one person in that market, how are they doing? What are the challenges that this place face? What is your dream? What do you think that can be done to this market to make it the world best? So Ludo doesn't dream like that because that place is not his land. Why would you develop a place that is not your own? Why would you expose the people in that market to greatness when you know that that place is not your place? If possible, you impoverish them with economic jihad. So Ludo, they are just playing the game of this their Islamization and their Fulani oligarchs that are there in Abuja, and he come and play them in the land that he claimed to be governor to. Economic jihad. So he doesn't mind it, he will destroy that market. These people always know where to attack your lifeline. So Nigeria has to be completely dismembered so that our people can have a life. So let's do it then. Now go and ask him. Ask him if he knows when that market was built. How did that market get started? What was the dream of the first person that treated that market? Or what was the plan of the person who built that market? Or the people who built it? Or the community that built it? Or the community that started that market? What was their dream? What things do you think that they have envisaged in future that began that market? And how is Anambra State selecting their leaders? People who have a negative plan against the existence of the people. Ask him, what was the idea behind that market? The people who traded there first, what were they looking for? And how is nature of leaders like Soludo going to meet that dream or even quench it? So you select leader that doesn't understand your way of life. So these are the things that Nigeria can only bring to you. Harm. Push the people with the right senses away so that the land can suffer. Imprison the children of God. They force their way into leadership and make the people suffer. And when they see that the people are standing up for themselves, they creep in and they must cause you pain. They have to do anything to stop you from exceeding the limit they wanted you to. Igbo land today supposed to be a place of philanthropism, the centerpiece of economic progress in the entire planet. But those who sought this future, they stood upon it, and they keep destroying everything, and they will not stop. They will not stop. So we understand very well the challenge and the kind of human beings that we're dealing with. Their mission is to destroy Igbo people, and they will be destroyed before they can even get near us. Our freedom is what we are looking for, and anybody trying to think that freedom and independence is a bad thing and you have to stand against it, you will try to fight against the children of God, but he will not succeed. Our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa made it clear that you will try to betray me, but you will not succeed. Including the politicians that went to Finland to try to misrepresent and misinterpret the Biafran government in exile. They fail. They try to scatter the people, they fail. And they will continue to fail. I've always said it that Nigeria would try to fight, but it will destroy itself. And if they continue like this, a time will come where nobody will even remember the name Nigeria. Maybe then you and I will not be here. Except if people come back after life, then when you are born again, you will see that the time that they born you, that timeline in Nigeria don't exist. Yes. Shine baby. Uncle Wanini. Why you don't want to talk to us today? Ogenekwanu Nne. Oh, somebody was coming up AI and he dropped. But we have Ministry of, okay, still Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We had Ministry of Internal Affairs, right? Ministry of Internal Affairs also want to talk to us. We don't mind. But I like to play the celebration of the Triple Star General, the man that God has blessed with wisdom and knowledge and the technical know-how to deal with enemies of Umuchukwu.
Today being January 28, 2026, we, the Biafran Liberation Army, welcome the Chief of armed forces
Diodogu.
of Biafra in the person General Igwe Butuzo, the temple himself.
I tell you.
General, you are welcome to our barrack. Moisa.
Come on.
University.
Hello.
University. University.
Odogu.
Please, can we just focus on a topic? If you want to treat this, you can treat it another day, so that you know what the purpose is for. And
Mm.
if there's nobody talking, I think it's advisable to bring it down so that it doesn't go for
Okay.
too long, so that people that want to listen can listen.
Can listen.
Yes, now you mix so many things in one topic and it can get people confusing. So, like, it was a press briefing. A lot of things have been addressed. So, to me, for me, I don't know, but I think it's advisable to bring the space down
Okay. If
so
people
it
are
doesn't
okay.
run too long, so that people
Okay.
can have time to go back and listen. Because when it
Okay.
gets too long, then it gets boring and they get uninterested.
Mm.
All
Okay.
right. Thank
I
you.
think I
Thank
should
you.
play
You
this.
best just
Maybe
give
we
your
should.
closing remark. I
Okay.
think I thought as much. I said it earlier. So,
That's
so
right.
yeah.
Okay.
Give your
Uh,
closing. Have you given your closing remarks? So that I will just end it.
yeah. The closing remark is just that we appreciate Dear France for joining the press briefing and listening. Thank you so much. The real information has been passed. Since there's nobody that wants to come and pick up the mic. Let's close it. So it's already even. Oh boy, look at time. I was not even looking at the time. It's already 11:05 here. So thank you, Honorable Van Van Van.
There. Thank you, fellow Biafrans. Have a wonderful night. Those of you watching on the YouTube, good night, everyone.